Hello, welcome back, everybody, to the podcast Microfilms and Muzzle Flashes. We're your hosts, Special Agent Unknown, Josh, and I'm joined here by my co-host once again, Dave, or Double O Fitness. You can find both of us on Instagram and YouTube. And today we have a real fun episode for you, more of a homage to one of our favorites. We wanted to talk about Pierce Brosnan, the man.
You guys, he is watching you.
He's watching.
He's watching. Ice picks.
This time we just wanted to kind of revel in the greatness and talk about how one of our favorite movies, well, all four of his movies, but particularly one of them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. One of them resonates with me the most. I'm sure you have your own as well. Mm-hmm. We just wanted to kind of talk about them. We're going to do this with all of the actors and their portrayal. And I think we have a good, strong start off. We did want to do a EDC dump as we usually do. I want to know what you're carrying today.
Well, like the other day, I'm still stuck with the toothpick, my little NRA pocket knife. She just,
okay.
I don't know. It just works, man. And honestly, I typically use this thing just to open bags of salt. So, yeah. And then I call her Old Reliable, Old Faithful. 4.5 Walther PDP Pro E. Vortex XL Defender. I don't know, man. This thing just, something about it. It just always, it's a big bitch, but man, it just, yeah, she's a big bitch, but it just works, man. I don't know. I love this gun. So what you got tonight?
All right. Well, I decided to theme it up a little bit, given the topic of discussion. I'll start with the fun. Well, actually, no, I'll do it in the same order as you. Instead of a Old Reliable, I have actually decided to choose this bad boy.
Ooh.
This is the Boker Kalashnikov automatic.
Oh.
Maybe you can see where we're going with Kalashnikov. One of my favorite automatic knives. It's super comfortable. I've beaten the crap out of this knife. But it is a wicked fast.
I love it.
Fun kind of a...
Man, I love it. I take it you can't find that on Amazon, can you?
You can. It is on Amazon. And I will have to send everyone a link if they want it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's one of my favorite knives, actually. It's super strong. This thing is... Man, I put this thing through hell and back. It's AUS or Oz 8 steel. Holds an edge like nobody's business. The spring itself, I can't tell you how many times I've pressed this button and it just continues to, like, if you're not holding on, it'll throw right out of your hands. The grip itself is
I like that.
so comfortable, though. Super deep carry clip. This thing rocks. I love this thing. So that's one. For the Le Pew Pew, we're on the same page. We are on the same page. Today is the Walther P99.
Is that the Gen 1 or Gen 2?
This is a Gen 2.
Oh, okay.
So we do have the lever carrying some steer gold dot as per usual. I love this gun. This is my bread and butter. Besides the PPK, I love this gun so much.
I was going to say, out of all the Bond guns you have, which is your favorite?
Ooh, my PPK.
Yeah.
It's going to be my PPK. The next little item I've got, let's see if you can recognize what it's from. Bah.
Oh, Tomorrow Never Dies. Jet.
Oh.
That's a filthy habit. Yep. Wow, and it works.
Dunhill lighter. Now, unfortunately, it's not a grenade. We're still working on that. It's quite possible that I'll have that literally up and running within the next little bit. I have a few things. Teaser. But yeah.
There we go.
I love this thing.
I love
I mean,
it.
I don't smoke.
Want to watch Tomorrow
Filthy
Never
habit.
Dies, man. You brought up the P99. This is like a Tomorrow Never Dies episode. He gets his P99.
Oh
He's got his
yeah.
grenade lighter.
All I'm missing is my
Jacket. Where's your jacket at?
the jacket's inside. What I'm missing is the rifle. Crap, my
BRN? You have
primary
that too?
weapons. The BRN.
Yep.
I've got that too.
You've got the BRN. So what are we drinking? What do you got?
Ooh. Tonight we are doing a little bit of Cayman Jack margarita. They're good. They're just cute little thing. Lime and agave. I like lime. I like agave.
A little bit of red
What do you
stripe.
got? I know you have something that I love.
Red stripe. You know, I don't know. This is like, I haven't been much of a beer drinker in a long time, but man, the red stripes have just been killing it. They're so good. I can't live without them, man. They're great.
They're so good. It's
so where
obviously they're the Jamaica vibes. That's why. I mean, there's so many parallels.
What is this? Rhythm and Pulse of Jamaica, and it's people. Da 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 da. Yeah, I mean yep, Kingston, Jamaica.
It's just Jamaican green apples, and they're so good. If you're able to legally, you should pick some up. Everybody who's watching, they're so good.
It's my last one, so I'll have some more tomorrow. So, what are we kicking off with?
Well, where do we even start? We have this connection to Pierce Brosnan specifically because of our age and the era that we grew up.
Yeah,
James Bond fandom.
Yep.
This is who we grew up with. Just barely missed Timmy D, but we still obviously have the pressure or the pleasure of both of the or all of the actors and the characters. But this one, why does Pierce hit home with you so much? What was the era like back in 1995, 1997? All that time back again.
I think it was actually, man, to be honest with you, I'm trying to think. Was it 1998? Was it 1998? So GoldenEye was the actual first Bond movie that I ever like really watched, and I was sitting in my friend's dad's basement, and he was like a huge Bond fan too, like huge nerd. I just remember the GoldenEye posters and everything like that, and I don't know, I remember watching it, and I'll never forget like when Onatop got pulled by the chopper in between the trees. Yep. I just, for some reason, when I think of GoldenEye, I think of being that like 10-year-old little kid sitting there watching that and like just being like, whoa, like all of it, right? And I think that was the moment that catapulted me into the Bond world was Pierce. The watch, you know, the Omega, like all of it.
It's almost verbatim the same with me. I didn't watch it in theaters. Obviously, I was 3, 4, 5.
What was the first Bond film you saw in theaters?
The first one I saw in theaters was actually Casino Royale. That was the first one I saw in theaters.
Wow. Okay. All right.
That was more when I became autonomous and I was out with my friends and I was able to actually go and do things that I wanted to do, kind of stuff. But GoldenEye, I also have a very specific, distinct memory of that movie. My parents rented it with like the discount rental store. It wasn't Blockbuster. It's actually called Cougar Video because it was on the BYU campus. And so they called it BYU Cougars. They called it Cougar Video. And it was actually a lot more affordable. And they rented GoldenEye. my parents were watching it after they put us to bed. And I remember it must have been like 2 years later. It was out on video, obviously, and they haven't seen it yet. And so I was hearing explosions and gunshots and all that stuff. So I army crawled down the hall as quiet as I could, and I snuck between the rocking chair and the sofa that we had, and I watched all of GoldenEye in between my parents who were
had no idea.
They had no idea, and I was hooked.
Yep.
Then a few years later, my uncle, he actually gave us his Nintendo 64. And wouldn't you know it, GoldenEye was in there, and I was like, I recognize this guy. Yeah, where is this from? I put it in. The first thing you see is, the
watch and Pierce, and yep. Mm-hmm.
And hooked just like that. And ever since, and now we're here. Now I'm running a podcast.
Yep. That's funny. Like, I think I was messing. Zorinsky was watching. What was it? Tomorrow Never Dies on, and I think I sent you the screenshot of it. But like, it was just funny. We were talking about doing this podcast tonight, and it seems like everybody's kind of like gravitating back to Pierce. And I was telling him I remember 1997. Yep, when Tomorrow Never Dies had come out. And or was it might have been I might have saw it in 19 I can't remember. It was 1997 or whatever. And man, I got in deep shit because I rented it in our hotel room.
Oof.
Yeah, man.
A lot of money.
And yeah, back then it was like, you rent it, you get what? And it's like, man, it was like the most worth it ass whooping I've ever gotten. You know, it was such but I always was so fixated with like the Craig error, and like thinking back to it now, like all my big like pivotal moments with Bond was around this fella. The very first Bond movie I ever saw in theaters was The World Is Not Enough. Saw it for my friend's birthday. We all went and saw it. We were in 7th or 8th grade, I think, and 1998.
Yeah, 1999.
Was it 1999? So I was, how old was I? Was 1999. I was 12. So I don't know what grade that puts you in. Like 7th, maybe? Yeah. Yeah, like 7th grade.
Yeah, I think so.
So we went and saw it for his birthday. It was a birthday party, but we went and saw it, man. Everybody left but me and him. And I just remember sitting there like, you can pick me up later. Like, I'm going to finish this movie. Like, I was hooked. And after that, it was like, dude, riding my little, bike to Blockbuster and renting these movies. But everything really revolves around Pierce. The Omega, the blue watch, with the silver, the stainless steel bracelet with the blue bezel, right? And I don't know. I don't know.
Same,
man.
I mean, we've all gotten sucked into that. I always was curious when I was little. I couldn't care less to try and figure it out, but I was always curious.
You wanted
playing the video
dial.
Game. What is that watch? What's that watch? Pause screening on. Oh. So we've just got this sentimental value, obviously with the franchise in general, but just with this character in specific, because this is the Bond that we grew up with. That mantle was then passed off to Daniel Craig, and then I think when that transition happened, I mean, do you remember the
dude,
freaking controversy?
I didn't even want to go see Casino Royale. I remember my buddy Matt was like, we were like in high school, I think, or right out of high school, and he was like, hey, we're going to go see the new Bond movie. And keep in mind, like, he knew I was a huge Bond fan. Like, this is the dude I grew up, like, me and Matt grew up playing GoldenEye together all summer long for like 2 years straight, right? And I don't know, it's like, part of my friendship, I was like, fuck that. I don't want to go see that guy. That guy's stupid. Like, whatever, right? And yeah, I was like, that's not Bond. Like Pierce is my Bond, and I do remember going and was like, damn, this is a hell of a Bond movie. But
Hmm.
besides the point, like Pierce's movies to me were very well rounded, right? He
Hmm.
had the Connery swag with Timothy Dalton darkness, but balance. Like they were fun to watch. Like there was a lot of
Yeah,
adventure, a lot of traveling. I don't know, man. We always have this conversation and it changes a lot. It's like, who's your favorite Bond, right?
totally.
It's, I've always really loved Timothy Dalton, but
Yep.
Pierce, I think, was the most underrated, well-rounded Bond to ever do it. He did it all,
Yeah.
everything. He did it all. The casual, the suits, the fighting, the guns, like he did it all. Prove me wrong.
That no, he absolutely did. I agree with that 100%. There was it dates itself. Obviously, you can watch any of those movies and you're just like, wow, that's a
Bro,
choice in style.
I'm
You know,
fixing to
that's
go watch. I'm gonna go watch. I don't know. I might actually watch Tomorrow Never Dies after we finish this tonight. I don't know. I'm like really, because that's the movie. And let's just no, let's not jump ahead. Okay, let's
sure.
break down. Let's go from start to finish. Let's rank them. Okay,
Okay. All
his
right.
best to worst. You go.
Best to worst. So, in my opinion, I think that the order that they're in would be my favorite kind of order. So, GoldenEye, Tomorrow Never Dies, The World Is Not Enough, and then Die Another Day. I think that's a great order, uh, but opinions differ. I'm curious to
Dude,
hear what.
actually, no, that's exactly what I was thinking. I so Tomorrow Never Dies is probably my favorite, but the fact that GoldenEye was so perfect, it still takes the cake. But the acting, I liked his sophomore outing,
Mm,
but his best
okay.
acting was in Tomorrow Never Dies. No, not Tomorrow Never Dies. I'm sorry. The World Is Not Enough.
It, I could agree with
He
that.
owned it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy how you can rank them, but yes, the way you just named it, 1 through 4, like the way that they came out is the order of the movie. Because I do find myself when I do go to watch the Pierce movies, I
Hmm.
find myself rotating between GoldenEye and Tomorrow Never Dies.
Interesting.
Yeah,
So
right?
then let's, I guess, with that in mind, let's go through each of the movies and just kind of like nerd out about each of the movies because there's we I mean obviously each movie could get its own podcast episode, but I think we could
Dude,
easily summarize kind of our favorite attributes and parts of each movie. So let's talk
well,
about GoldenEye.
I love the music. I know most people are like the
Yeah,
music was
that
awful, but man, I loved it.
the
Sorry.
straight '90s orchestral hits, the
Yep, the freaking
weird
techno, like,
kind of just
oh, I love. Take me back. Take me back.
prove me wrong. You you will instantly recognize that music and that era with that soundtrack.
For all
It is
eternity, man.
undisputable.
Yep. You know GoldenEye from the music, 100%.
Matter of fact, I'll
And
even do something right here on camera because
uh-uh.
it's funny. I want somebody to experience this. Wait for it. Get ready for the feeling. Oh, Like,
Nintendo 64, bro.
for those of
I
you
heard
who
it.
know,
Yep.
it
That's GoldenEye.
it brings this rush of nostalgic emotions that is indescribable.
The good old days, man.
You can't beat it. That feeling right there, the good old days. I know that feeling because I'm feeling the same thing right now. It's this kind of a we're
Look,
about
man.
to tape a blanket across the screen because I'm gonna my friends if they screen peek one more time.
Yep. Oh my gosh, dude. Yes, man. Drove me nuts. I'm like, dude, you're watching.
Yeah.
I know.
I know you were screen peeking.
Yep.
I know it.
Yep. Man, how did
We're
we do
playing
it back then?
slappers only.
I know, dude. How did we do it back then? Odd Job's the best. Odd Job was definitely the best character.
Smaller hitbox. Yep.
Yep. But all right.
It's the hidden walls for me. But yeah, GoldenEye. I mean, it dates itself.
Favorite.
But boy, does it feel homey.
We'll go over our favorite scenes of the movies. What's your favorite scene in GoldenEye?
My favorite scene. Let me think about that one. There are two scenes that stick out to me very specifically. One is the boat scene, the yacht scene.
Yep.
Where
with the tiger helicopter.
Yep. He throws open that glass door and he's in that naval suit, but it's super suave casual. That style right there. For some reason it resonates with me because that is the same exact outfit that my grandfather would wear all the time. Matter of fact, if you go on my Instagram and you do a little bit of digging, you'll see me wearing that same suit coat that I received from my grandpa, which severely reminded me of that particular scene in general. I don't know why, but just for me, it's the colors, the blues mixed with the browns and the khakis,
dude,
and the atmosphere that he was in.
It's casual.
It instant escapism. For some reason, it's just that vibe really resonates with me. I think the second little scene that sticks out to me is the opening scene where he's in the Aston Martin and he's racing the Ferrari. He's
on a top.
Racing on a top in the Ferrari. That was the first time I had seen an Aston Martin. And boy, did he make that car look cool. I mean, it's cool on its own.
Yeah, but
I'm a huge car guy, and so seeing it race a Ferrari and kick its trash, I'm like, yeah.
Yep.
How about you?
Well, my favorite was probably was it in Cuba, the fight when they're fighting on the satellite? I absolutely love that part. And then, dude, the train, the train. The laser beam. Yeah, man. Cutting out the bottom.
Right out of the watch.
Yep. I love that watch. So it's always like been my staple, man, is that watch. But yeah, those two are definitely my favorite parts of that film. And like I said, that was the first one I ever watched, so it's always near and dear to me. But let's move on to Tomorrow Never Dies.
Tomorrow Never Dies didn't really resonate with me until a lot later in life. I started with GoldenEye. Then I found out there were previous movies, and I deep dove into the previous movies. I think I might still be able to resonate with some people with the Spike TV 7 Days of 007.
Oh, man.
If anybody remembers that.
Yep.
The 007 Days of Christmas on Spike TV. I watched every single one of the James Bonds up until date, and that's a core memory for me. But then it came down to the books, and I realized there were books, and I started reading the books. And then, as soon as I got caught up, I was then behind again with the current times. Tomorrow Never Dies, The World Is Not Enough, Die Another Day. Those movies all came and went, and I was still playing catch up.
Yep.
Tomorrow Never Dies nowadays has sentimental value to me simply because of the cool factor.
It is cool.
Whoa, that movie has so many. I mean, even the opener itself, like we just talked about. I mean, this is the first time we hear James Bond say, "Smoking's a dirty habit."
Yeah, filthy habit.
What, my guy?
Yep.
I mean, Sean Connery is used to smoking, a pack or two a day.
Dude, I do. I know exactly. That part is awesome, man.
The whole thing is a thriller from the very start. I mean, wow, just so cool. That's one of my favorite scenes out of the whole movie. Is literally the opener.
The opener.
And now it's just got.
He goes, yes, damn it, I see it. And then he sees the nukes on the. You always wonder, what do you think he said in that part? I always wonder. I'm like, what did he say to piss Tanner off so much?
Look at the freaking rockets.
Yeah, he's like, yes, damn it, I see it. Get out of there. And then he's like, oh no. But yeah, I don't know. I always wonder what he said to him in that time. I don't know. That part's awesome, dude. That's a great part.
One could only know. What's interesting about Tomorrow Never Dies is how pertinent the message, the underlying message is of the whole movie now. So
yeah, big tech
media
controlling the world.
Yeah, media manipulation. Whoops.
Dude, yeah, you're only 30 years late. No big. Literally, that movie's 28 years old.
Yeah.
28 years old, and we're living it now. That's the crazy part.
How crazy is it that it told the future?
Yeah, pretty much.
It's a little scary because we're living it now, but I don't know if we have a James Bond to really save us from it. Maybe we
should talk about that one day. We need to talk about maybe what Bond 26 will hold, since it's usually on a current event kind of thing, because think about it, China, we have beef with China for a while now, and that was our, that's who they were in the international waters in China. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's see, but
pretty crazy to see how pertinent that stuff is. And I mean, even just the one-liners.
Dude, that's when they introduced your P9. My favorite part's when they introduced the P99 and he just snags an Omega. Yep. I have to ask Q to get me one of these. Yep. Man.
Yeah.
Wow. Dude, so cool. That's what I mean. I think we always enjoy the Craig movies. I think for the style is always really good, but man, like the action and escapism, dude, Pierce, nobody can. I know a lot of guys who's your favorite Bond?
So specifically, mine's Timothy Dalton, because he's so accurate to the portrayal of the books.
See, you've read the books, I haven't, but I just like I like the way he plays him. He's very serious and but
that's how the books are.
I think Pierce is my favorite. I really do. Because not only do I like Pierce in Bond movies, like if you watched outside of Bond, the Thomas Crown Affair, awesome. Remember when I had that real bad stomach flu, back in around Easter when we were first starting to film these?
Yes.
That day, brother, I watched. What did I watch? I watched GoldenEye. I watched all 4 of his Bond films. And then I watched the Thomas Crown Affair. And then I watched November, man. And dude, all these movies, man, he's a killer, dude. He is, damn it, he's good at what he does. There was another movie with him and Salma Hayek. It's on Netflix right now. It's After Sunrise. I can't remember the name of it, man. Maybe you can look it up. My son stabbed my laptop with a punch tool. We figured out right before we started filming, so I cannot fact check right now. Yeah.
I've got his movie list pulled up here. Let's see.
It was like a 2004-ish. This right when he made, I think this is when they kicked him out of being Bond.
Let's see. Man, I'm just having blasts from the past for like
Yep.
each other movie I see. Like I see November Man here.
Yep.
I see Mars Attacks, 1996.
He was in that, wasn't he? Good
Yeah.
Lord.
Miss Doubtfire.
Yep. Wow.
Robinson Crusoe.
Yep.
The Outlaws. That was a decent movie. That was okay.
Yeah, it was okay.
The Unholy Trinity. I don't know if you've seen that. That was actually just years ago. That was a cool movie. Dante's Peak. Another.
I watched that one that day too, man. You cannot go wrong with Dante's Peak. One of my favorites.
The guy can act. Simple as that. Remington Steele, classic.
Do you see that movie? The name of it? Is it him and Salma Hayek? It's on Netflix right now.
It's not pulling up for me.
Look up Salma Hayek in Pierce Brosnan movie. Just look it up specifically. I can't think of the name of it.
After the Sunset, 2004.
Yes, that dude, great movie. If you haven't watched it, definitely watch it. It is amazing. It is definitely a Bond film.
Well, there we go.
Yep.
Oh, here it is. Here it pulls up. Yep. After the Sunset, 2004. Look at that.
Watch it.
It's just he has the ability to suck people into the world that he's playing, and I appreciate that so much from actors, and specifically to movies that have sentimental value to me, which is obviously the Bond film.
Well,
I think he should have gotten another movie.
100%. Yes, I agree. I think, for as shitty as they say, and, they sit there and they didn't give him another movie after how bad that one, yeah, it's late. I'm having a retard moment right now.
Talking about just a Bond movie, Die Another Day?
Okay, yeah. So, dude, who's the one who produced it? Who created it? Who signed off on it?
I mean, it was still the Broccoli's.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, though. Like, how do you hold that against Pierce when they never gave him that, Craig has the arc, right? They never gave that to him. They never, I don't know. I don't think they ever gave Pierce the movie chances. And look, we say that, but dude, the guy killed it in every film he made. He made them all that much better, right? Picture Craig playing GoldenEye, right? You can't. It doesn't make sense. He would have never survived in it.
What's interesting though is I can imagine Pierce playing Casino Royale.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. Yep.
And this is a topic of
Craig sucks.
For another time, but
Craig sucks. He does. He sucks. I can't with that guy. All right.
And we'll definitely get into that. Yeah.
Yeah. He's next on our list. We're gonna rip into that man.
Yeah.
He was my Bond for so long before I really had gotten into the Bond community and deep diving into the psychology of all of them. And he honestly, dude, I think Roger Moore is better than Daniel Craig at this point. I just don't like him. I don't like who he is. I don't like his portrayal of Bond. I don't like anything about it. I don't know. I don't like it. And man, yeah, we're going to get into that in another film. We're focused on Craig or Pierce. Pierce is our guy right now. Not talking about Craig, but yeah, I don't know. He
a
should have got
teaser.
a he should have got a fifth one. Yeah, he should have got a fifth film. I don't agree that they did him like that. And the dude's still like broken up over it, you know, he's still heartbroken.
Yeah. I mean, the most recent interview I saw, well, I guess you wouldn't be able to consider it recent, but there's still feelings about bringing him back to play the next one. He said,
I would
"You know how
watch
to
it,
call
dude.
me."
A Bond in retirement, let's go.
Whoa!
Bringing up the next 007, like trademark that Amazon. I want to check. Yes. Pierce bringing
Yeah,
up the next 007. That would be amazing.
it
I want to know
it
who would
would
watch
feel,
that.
yeah,
Who's
it
for
would
it?
feel homey, like
It
a
would.
reunion.
Like that train wreck of No Time to Die, man, with Naomi, 007. Like we're
I
gonna do we're gonna do an episode one day of all that. We're
Yeah,
going, yes, we're going to review No Time to Die and all Craig's train wreck films, 100%. Even though
I
Casino Royale and Quantum are my top two favorite, but I don't like Craig.
there's some big reason behind that, and
Mm-hmm.
I think people might be able to get some entertainment value out of that for sure.
Yep.
The overall arc of Pierce's tenure, though, it just feels very right and
Mm-hmm.
homey and comforting. I feel like he was short-sighted a little bit with the whole thing. I wish
A
they
little
had
bit, man. Yeah, they
a
did
lot
him
of it.
dirty, man. Yeah, they
They
really
did.
did him dirty, and that sucks that they did him like that. You know, he had the same watch minus it going from GoldenEye. Uh, GoldenEye was the um man, I can't think of anything tonight. It wasn't the automatic. So like Tomorrow Never Dies, he went into the automatic, but he
The
literally wore
thematic.
the same watch through the whole thing. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
through the
Yep.
whole arc, which is crazy. You know, Craig got all these fancy watches every movie he had 1 to 2 new watches, and it's like, man, I just feel like they really shafted Brosnan, man. The
Just
quartz. He had the
yeah.
quartz. He had the quartz in GoldenEye and the automatic through the rest of them.
The
But
insane
yeah,
product placement to get that movie up and going, Casino Royale.
right. Like, dude, Craig had the Planet Ocean, and then had 300 Diver, and then had the Planet Ocean again in Quantum, and then had the Aquaterra and the Planet Ocean in Skyfall, and then the Aquaterra and the Heritage Spectre in Spectre, and then literally got to design the watch he
Yeah,
wanted to wear. He wore the Aquaterra, and he literally designed the No Time to Die watch. He had a hand in designing that, and it's like,
and it played
screw
like
you, Barbara and Michael. You know,
it
like
played a
screw you
key role in
guys.
the whole movie. Yeah, like it was a major player in that little end game scenario on those
Hmm.
stairs. Like he had to show it.
Yeah, I know, and it's like, I don't know. Pierce, go. I'll stop bashing Craig tonight, but like,
Well,
it
let's keep
just
talking
doesn't.
about the watch though, because I think Pierce, the era that we were in was all about innovation and better quality of
Oh,
things.
dude, that's still
And
my
gadgets,
favorite watch. Is yeah, and he had the gadgets, man. He
the
had the
gadgets.
gadgets. He had the belt. He had the
Mhm.
watch. He had the car. He had what else did he have?
I
The two
mean,
that stick out to me was the belt, the wire that shot out of the belt buckle from GoldenEye, and the watch in GoldenEye. And then
it's a freaking
what else?
laser.
I know, dude. What did he have in? Did he have anything in Tomorrow Never Dies?
Yeah,
Damn, I knew I
this
should
thing
have
right here,
watched it tonight. Yeah, he had the grenade, but
this
what
little
else
grenade.
what else did he have? He had to have something else. Oh,
there's
the
so
jacket,
many.
dude, in Tomorrow or not Tomorrow Never Dies. The World Is Not Enough, the little bubble wrap jacket. Like
Yeah, actually, that's a sweet idea.
and he had the tracker in GoldenEye in the car right in
Mhm.
front of the yacht, the GPS. Man, yeah, dude. It was like
The
Connery
opening
in
scene.
the 90s.
Yeah,
Like they had the
yeah.
gadgets in the Connery era, and they had like goofy ones in Roger Moore. Timothy Dalton didn't have any, did he? I don't recall any.
He had a few. There was the Walther 2000, which I guess you could kind of consider a gadget. It was a
No,
new age rifle at the
his
time, but
D his Aston Martin was it went into had the skis on it.
yeah,
Like yeah, the Aston Martin had the gadgets. Okay, I take it back. Sometimes we got to
there was
talk to rehash some of this.
right. There was also the camera, the video camera, like the handheld
Hmm.
recorder that was actually a
Yeah.
gun itself.
Yep. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So, but going back to it, like Pierce had the cool gadgets, man. He was the cool guy, and there's not much else we can say about it other than I think his movies rocked all of them, and they still do to today. Like you got like, and Pierce is kind of like that little artsy kind of goofball now. Like he's real big into art, but like
Mm-hmm.
after Bond, I feel like his movies got better, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
think about it, he hasn't lost a step. All his movies are great. Craig's movies suck. All of them. I haven't watched, other than The Glass Onion, I have not watched any of Craig's films and outside of him quitting Bond.
Not at all. I think. Well, what is that one? The something of knives. Knives Out.
Knives Out, yeah, it's The Glass Onion. That's the same thing.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, it was decent, but it just
It's
didn't have
okay.
the
And
entertainment value.
you know what I did like? You know what movie I did like Craig made? And everybody's probably going to laugh at it. Dude, Cowboys and Aliens.
Okay, that was actually a decent movie too.
Freaking
Yeah.
awesome movie. Yeah, I'll give him that. Yeah, I give him that. And the dude was diced out too of his mind in that movie. But like, I don't
Yeah.
know. I just, I
But
don't,
the repertoire of movies that you can choose from, there's almost no comparison between
dude,
Pierce Brosnan and
November Man is a Bond film, straight up.
it.
And so is Thomas Crown Affair. Like he never stopped making Bond movies after his Bond movies, right? So I don't know.
Yeah.
Say what you want, but I think a lot of people are going to agree with us on this topic. But man, yeah, we can go on about Pierce all damn day.
I mean, just to finish off, how he portrayed the character itself.
Hmm.
I, I think he did it the best because he was so well balanced. He could be super tough and then instantly switch to quirky, witty,
Hmm.
then be back to showing emotion in a way that was more or less realistic. The one downfall I would say is that one GoldenEye scene on the beach, where I feel like they kind of just had to throw it in to actually make a love interest between
Hmm.
Natalia and Bond.
Yeah.
Is kind of
Where was they?
forced.
Where were they? Were they in the Bahamas or Havana? Where were they?
Yeah,
I
so
can't.
they drove the Beamer all the way to the beach, and then that's where
Dude,
they swapped for the airplane.
they didn't
And
have Felix Slider in.
nope,
No, it
they
was what's
didn't.
his name?
They switched him for
What the hell
the
is his
hit.
name?
Wow, why am I
Yeah, I know. What is wrong with
brain?
us?
That's
Uh, yeah. Shit, I forgot his name.
I'm gonna pull it up right here. Let's see how
How
fast
are
I
we
can.
gonna sit here and praise this so much and we can't even
Jack
see it?
Wade.
Yeah, Wade. Yup. Mm-hmm. Muffy.
And I mean, it it worked, but you could feel that they were trying to change things up just enough I mean, obviously, we had the beautiful Judi Dench playing M,
She's
which
the
we've never
best,
seen
man.
before.
You know, I'm not big into
So,
feminism, but dude, she was my M. Straight up.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Nobody did it better. There was not a better M than her. So
I just love how Pierce was able to take the character and within minutes of the first movie, you knew
dude,
he was James Bond and he
he
is in the place that he's supposed to be.
when was Die Another Day was 2002, right?
Yeah, 2002. Yep.
That dude was only Bond for like 7 years. Half of what the other Bonds. He was the shortest played Bond other than good old, well, Timmy D. Why did they do that? Sean Connery was played out. Diamonds Are Forever played out. The dude was balding. He was not Bond anymore, right?
Yeah.
Roger
Same thing
Moore
with
was
Roger
a
Moore.
mummy sleeping with girls that were 20 years old.
Ugh, it's a little
And
cringy.
then you only give Timmy D 2 movies, which I'm pretty sure he wanted to stop doing it because they weren't staying true to Bond. You might
Uh,
have to fact check me on that. But
yeah, I'm not exactly sure on that.
and then so arguably the two best Bonds, you didn't even give them 10 years to act. You know what I mean? So like I don't know. I hope Amazon does something. I think it'd be really smart to bring like Pierce back to like, maybe coach the next 007, the future of 007, right? But
Yeah,
no, you can't do that because 007 is supposed to always be 007, so that won't work. But I think it'd be a cool idea. Or just let him have like a retirement. I don't know. But it'd be cool to bring him back. I don't see how they're going to run with anything else. So I don't know. I think
there
our days of Bond were back in the 90s with us. Glory
it's a
days.
comforting nostalgia that we feel, but it is something for Amazon to draw back on. They
Mm-hmm.
It's not a tap out answer. I know that Disney, for example, has been going back to the past to bring their new movies back from the undead, if you will.
Dude, give me
I
a
don't think
remake.
that. Yeah, I don't think it would be a tap out if Amazon did the same thing. They
What
better
do you
not
think
do it
about a
like
remake?
Disney.
How would you feel about a remake of like GoldenEye or
Hmm,
Tomorrow Never Dies? Then today's CGI.
it's tough because those movies were very set in the time
The Cold
that they
War,
were.
yeah. Well, I mean, dude, we're kind of going through it again right now. It's like another Cold War at the moment. You got China, you got Russia, you
Mhm.
got Europe's ready to erupt. So I don't know. Maybe wouldn't be a bad idea. Who knows? Who
Maybe.
knows?
It, I, there are so many avenues that Amazon could take. What I hope they do is at least draw from the past for inspiration, whether it
I
be the
agree with
novels
that.
or the previous movies. I think if they're looking too forward, they're going to lose a lot of people because with
Yes.
going too forward, the whole, how do I say this gently, progressive mindset, it would not
I
hurt
like
them
that.
to be
Aggressive
a
mindset.
little
Yeah.
bit conservative
Mm-hmm.
and just stick with what actually works. You don't need to
Agreed.
reinvent the wheel.
Mm-mm.
Every time that is done, and you can see it with every other studio that tries to put out a remake or a new movie,
Yep.
you ruin it. You're ruining
Yep.
it for everyone. Disney, I'm talking to you. Stop it.
Yes.
Nobody
Yeah,
cares.
dude. Leave it alone, man. Let it be.
It's not broken. Don't fix it. And again, that goes
Well,
back to bashing on No Time to Die, you tried to fix it. There was
Dude,
nothing to fix.
we are going to, that's got to be relatively soon. We need to, because it's been what, 4 years this year,
Yeah.
4 years this year since release of No Time to Die. I think it's
Yeah.
time to go back and talk about it. There's a lot of things that need to be said, and what we didn't like about it, what we did like about it. But I think it'd be good to go and do that, review that movie, and
Mhm.
maybe compare it to, like, that was like Craig's last film. Compare it to Pierce's last film. Like, I don't know. I just don't think they gave Pierce a fighting chance, man.
Agreed. I think he had a lot more to give than,
He made lemonade with all the lemons they gave him, essentially, is how I feel.
and that lemonade tasted delicious, and
It
it
was the
built
best,
our
man.
it built our child.
I know.
So
And I'm gonna go home and or go home. I'm gonna go in the house. I'm gonna watch. What are we watching tonight? What do you want to watch?
I
What's it
think
gonna
it's a
be?
split between Tomorrow Never Dies and GoldenEye. I'm really feeling it. One of those two. I might have to flip a coin.
I don't have one, or I would. Do I have one?
Let's see. I've got a coin right here. Okay. Heads Tomorrow Never Dies, tails GoldenEye. I'll let
Let's
you
do it.
call it.
Go. Tails.
Tails it is.
GoldenEye, let's go. Yeah.
GoldenEye,
All
let's
right. Well,
go.
yeah, I think that Pierce's movies were the best, I think. I think that everybody's got their own opinions, but Pierce's movies were the easiest to escape into and just have fun with, man. They were light and they were kind of almost like watching a chick flick with some action, right? A little bit.
100%. 100%.
Yep.
That's my chick
I had
flick right
fun.
there.
It was gentle. It was just easy to watch, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. A
Yep.
lot,
Exactly.
dude. Always a shitload of explosions and gunfights, though, man. Like, that is a hard
Totally.
one to watch going to bed. Yeah, that's the one where your wife's gonna like nudge you, like, dude, turn this shit off.
Can you
But
turn the volume down to 5?
yeah,
And
seriously, dude. But everything's so freaking loud with his movies. That's one
it,
thing that'll always stick out with me with Pierce's movies, how damn loud they are,
it woke me
right?
up when I was 5 years old, and that, thank goodness they were so loud, because
Yep,
that's what caused me to wake up and sneak out and watch it while my parents weren't
yep,
were aware.
brother.
So
I get it. So. Well, hell yeah, it was good. This was a good episode. This was super easy to talk about, obviously. I think we
if
should do
anything,
these more often. I think we should do some, I don't know, you guys let us know in the comments, but I think we should do some more reviews, maybe like review films, or, just kind of hone in on each Bond. This is easy to do. It's very light to talk about. So
and hopefully
we
people
like it.
can kind of revel in the nostalgia with us, because
Hmm.
that's it's just, I don't know, feel good consumable
Yep.
content. But if anything I wanted to get out of this is just kind of maybe a thank you to our boy Pierce for
Pierce,
actually
yeah.
making
He made our
some
childhood,
memorable
man.
character.
Yep. Dude, huge, huge staple in the Bond is Pierce. The
Mhm.
GoldenEye
You made
game, the freaking Omega Watch, the great movies, man, the one-liners, like everything, bro. Like the glasses, the X-ray glasses, like, man, golly, love
I,
Pierce, dude. Love those movies.
there is one thing I am working on, and this just reminded me of it because I'm staring right at it. But the opening scene with the exploding P99, where
Ooh,
he click and
yep.
it explodes.
What
I
was that one-liner? You forgot to check my assets. Was that no? You forget about my
something like that.
assets? What? Something like that. Yep.
But I
My
actually,
hidden assets. My hidden assets.
yep, I am in the process of making something similar with something like this. I'm in the process. I've got some brain juices flowing. So
Do you have the P99, the little BB gun?
I do. Yeah. Yeah. I've got a little airsoft gun of it.
You might be able to do something with that. Yeah.
I use it for dry fire all the time. But I'm talking a real world application. I'm not gonna spoil anything because actually, yeah, it's a really good idea.
Can't do it. All right. Yeah. All right.
Anyway,
Okay.
I hope everybody enjoyed just hanging out, talking about kind of just a nostalgic episode because
This
of
was
character we
a
all love.
bro down. I liked it. This was like, yeah,
Absolutely.
I like this, man. I like this. I think everybody will too. I
Good.
like this a
Well,
lot.
we've got several other actors to go through and multiple movies to talk about. So I hope everybody enjoyed this. Leave a comment down below. Who's your favorite James Bond character? Maybe we'll talk about him next. Or if you can revel in the nostalgia and the love with us, what's your favorite Pierce Brosnan James Bond moment? I'd like to know in the comments down below. Again, this is the podcast Microfilms and Muzzle Flashes. Once more, I'm your host, Josh, with Special Agent Unknown. You can find me on Instagram and as well as YouTube. And I'm joined here by my co-host, Dave 00 Wellness, also on the same platforms. We will see you guys in the next one.
Adios.